positionally, he's not that bad. The thing is with Trent, it's like Jurgen Klopp said, that the midfield area is so exposed for Liverpool at the moment. So it looks like he's getting exposed because he is, right? And he's also pushing up, like Klopp said, you want him to be pressing around that area. So if there is a quick transition, if Liverpool lose the ball about 40-50 yards further, which they have been doing, stray passes from Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott, whoever, and then the transition is quick. I mean, you just watch that Crystal Palace game. Every situation was like that, and it looks like they're in on Trent straight away, or it looks like Trent is the player that's like breaking the defence in a way, but it's just not the case, because he was there to sort of receive the ball, or he was the one that passed it to Fabinho who lost it, trying to affect the game at the other end of the pitch. So it's a balancing act that Liverpool don't have to play, because that's the system, but it becomes a balancing act with England the way Southgate wants to play. I think that's what Klopp was trying to say in his press conference, or he basically did say that. It's a tough one to call, because it depends what Liverpool side we get. It depends how much this new formation is going to change them, and if Trent has an 8, Salah has an 8, if Diaz has an 8 out of 10, then they'll beat anybody, really. But these players need to perform. Van Dijk as well. I mean, that Brighton game, what was happening with the Liverpool defence? It's these errors that just didn't used to happen. Fabinho gives the ball away a lot, and that, you're dependent on him not doing that as a part of his role. If he starts giving the ball away in the position he's in, that's going to be a real big problem for your defence. I would like to see Fabinho and Trent as a 2. I think that would be interesting. Just play Trent as a bit of a playmaker who can get forward, maybe a bit of an 8, and then box to box. And then Fabinho is already used to playing as the one holding midfielder anyway, so he would just naturally slide across when he noticed that Trent was in the penalty area, or you're just venturing forward in general. And in transition you could do some interesting stuff, but they need the right back slot sorted. Calvin Ramsey hasn't played yet, but there's a lot of good talk about him, even from Jurgen Klopp. He keeps bigging him up as well. So if he can break through into the team, into right back, I think that would be the perfect thing to move, or at least try Trent in a holding midfield role. I think his range of passing, when he's passing from the right, his direction is limited to the left. But if he's central and he can see Salah and he can see Diaz and he can see whoever's playing as the 9 on the day, that gives him 3 options. It gives the defenders more things to think about, because they don't know which way he can pass it, because he can pass it anyway and find the target. And if there's 3 targets instead of 1 or whatever, then yeah, that's going to be better for Liverpool, I think, in general. But against Rangers, he played the 2 and he did look a bit more solid, but this is a different kind of test against an in-form Arsenal team. Martinelli's been in great form, and Jesus drifts over there, helps him out, Zinchenko as well. There's going to be potential for overloads in those areas as overlaps and whatnot. They get in behind Arsenal, whether it's a dribble from Jesus that just drags defenders towards him and then creates that space, often is. They can then quickly slide it to one of these players. And I looked at the Napoli game when Liverpool played Napoli, and there was a lot of that. And I think this is a test to see if Liverpool have improved defensively, if this new formation is going to make them more solid, fix the midfield issues that I talked about before, and that so many people have pointed out. Even Jurgen Klopp himself. It took him a couple of weeks to realise he maybe needed a midfielder, or to change something in his midfield. So predictions for this one, I would like to get your predictions actually. Guess the first goal scorer. So who do you think will score first in this game? And you'll be able to win FIFA 23 Football Manager, which is going to be a pre-order, or a mystery football shirt. And what will happen is, if you comment on this video, you comment on Twitter as well, I'll just look at all the people that have said, let's say, Salah, and if Salah has scored, I'll randomise the replies and then just pick one, and you can pick one of those prizes to be delivered to your house, or digitally if it's the game.